what's going on, guys? Butterbar here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to my very first Star Wars Jedi The Fallen Order. Yes, Respawn released their trailer for the Jedi Fallen Order game, and I have to say, at least with the cinematic trailer, man, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to get into another Star Wars game. I mean, I'm a kid that grew up with KOTOR, Jedi Academy, and even The Force Unleashed when it was released several years ago. It really made me love the Star Wars universe, really made me such a great fan of the entire series, and I love the video games that have come out. Not so much with the EA stuff. I know Star Wars Battlefront 2 and stuff like that has been really bad. However, at least from when it comes to Respawn, they make really good games. They care about what they develop, and especially when it comes to either Titanfall or even Apex, or even back in the day when it was Modern Warfare games, they do a really great job with their games, and they show a lot of dedication when it comes to making video games, not only for them to enjoy, but for us to enjoy as well. I'm wearing my Apex Legends shirt. I wanted to give Respawn a little love for this because I'm really excited. I cannot wait to try this game out. I just wanted to give you guys really my impression of what I thought about the trailer, let you guys kind of know what I'm thinking about when I'm watching this trailer. There's a little hints and nods to certain things that happened in this trailer, and I want to give you guys my opinion about what is happening on and what I guess I get to get excited for when this game released. So let's get into the trailer and we'll just kind of talk about it as it goes on. So first off, you are introduced to Cal. Cal is the main character of the game, and it's going to be really interesting to see. So his perspective of the war. So after the war, I think everybody at least knows up to Revenge of the Sith, where the Jedi were being hunted down by the Empire. A lot of Jedi got killed, but some Jedi were able to at least escape or not go into Coruscant, to where they get killed. So I guess Cal is one of those survivors, and you're trying to figure out what is going on, especially at least in this scene. This scene, if anybody had been following the news for the 1313 Star Wars game, seeing this scene right here really makes me think of that game. If you guys haven't checked it out, look it up on YouTube. I think you can still check it out. 1313 was a Star Wars game about a smuggler, and this, for some reason, I look at this scene and I'm like, man, that really does look similar to what that game was trying to do. So we see what Cal is having to deal with. We're seeing what Cal is having to put up with as one of those last Jedi, those last remaining Jedi that are still being hunted down by the Empire. Palpatine, the Emperor, is executed Order 66, and you actually see it later on in the trailer, and you get to see how Cal is kind of coping with the great loss of the Jedi, and how he's trying to survive during this dark time. And it's really crazy too to kind of get the perspective of, he has lost everything in his life. He has lost everything that is near and dear to his heart. And he's also trying to conceal his identity. He's trying to conceal and stay hidden so the Empire is not trying to go after him, and he can try to build up that comeback of the Jedi. We don't know how the story will end. Again, I'm really interested in how this is building up, but for the ending part, I'm really interested to see how it connects into the saga of the Star Wars saga so far.
Don't stand out.
We see him cutting up. What makes me wonder is, I wonder what he is hiding, because you do see the Jedi symbol right there on the box. So he's entering something to where he's stashed away some items. Maybe it's his lightsaber. You do see a lightsaber later on in the trailer. Again, I'm really wanting to know what is the story behind that lightsaber. We'll get into it when we get to the end of the trailer. But again, what is he hiding? What's going on? It does look like there is a symbol right here, and it looks like there is a droid, like an R2-D2 droid, in this. So is this a ship? Is this, a holding thing, a crate for him to kind of go back and get some of those things that he's stashed away? We don't know. But again, this is something where it is something that he's been hidden. Or maybe he didn't hide this. Maybe he knows the location of something that is something that is part of the rebellion or something like that. Kind of like what Star Wars The Force Unleashed was doing in their storyline. So I'm very interested to see how it goes. And also, too, the one thing that I really do think is funny is that he starts talking about, here, let me make sure I go back to it. Accept the past. Now, it's really funny that that is said in this trailer, because we were all going back to the Last Jedi. We was forget the past, or let the past die, or whatever. And this is accept the past, accept what happened, accept that you are the Last Jedi, accept the fact that there are people coming after you, people that are hunting you down. What are you gonna do? What are the next steps you're going to do to accept your past and actually prevail through that, prevail through the dark times, and bring in the light to this dark time in the galaxy? So again, he's trying to stay hidden, but still, there's always that looming fate of Stormtroopers always around, and knowing that something could happen. So from what it looks like, and I have to say this is really impressive, he, I guess, is working for some type of decommissioning part of, I guess, his job or whatever in the galaxy, where they're decommissioning, they're destroying, and cutting up some of the battle cruisers from the Clone Wars type ages. I mean, you just see them start getting cut up, and it's just really kind of crazy to see, one stage in the saga, the Star Wars saga, is ending and being brought into the Empire age, going towards the New Hope. So you are seeing the kind of storyline that happened between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. And one thing that I really do think is really funny, and this is the one thing I was really interested in seeing in this trailer. So you see this thing, you see, the platform they're on, it broke, and he's about to lose his friend. Is this a Sarlacc? Is the planet that they're on and they're cutting this ship up is right underneath I'm assuming a Sarlacc pit. So again, it's a really funny thing, really throwing nostalgia out there. Not only I'm assuming if this is the Sarlacc pit, not only are they on Tatooine, but they are on other planets, and it's funny that they're cutting up a ship over it, so I guess it can eat some of the parts it drops. So then Cal has his moment to save his friend, and he gives away his identity, gives away what made him hidden from it. And now this is really interesting. I will actually back it off to this. So this is one of the Inquisitors. So if you guys never watched the Star Wars Rebel series, it was on Disney. It's a cartoon. Inquisitors are the Sith that the Empire has, that are fallen Jedi, or people that are have Force abilities that are become Inquisitors, and these people are responsible for hunting down Jedi. They are responsible for hunting down and getting all the Jedi that are kind of hidden off exterminated. That is what Palpatine wants. He doesn't want any Jedi around. So these Inquisitors are always hunting down Jedi, and they're always trying to be on the lookout so they can always find them and exterminate them. So now that Cal has given up his identity, he is going to be hunted. So this is going to be part of the storyline. You're going to be hunted by the Empire. Now, I have to go back. I have to go back to this scene right here. So you have Cal. He's being intercepted by Stormtroopers. He's on a planet. And look, I got it. I don't know how much of a real nod this is to the Titanfall community, the Titanfall universe. Again, I really did think this is really cool. My buddy Jared on Twitter kind of noticed this as well, is that you do have a little bit of wall running sequence in this cinematic trailer. So again, if this is a nod to the Titanfall universe, to the Titanfall community, I think that's a really badass thing. That's really cool that Respawn kind of threw that in there for, a game that they're really well known for. But again, when I saw this in the trailer, I thought that was really cool, and I think if it is, I think that's a really cool nod that they did.
Stand out.
So you're seeing a little bit of his Force abilities he's able to use. Now, this is cool. This is a really cool scene. I really enjoyed this just because you see two different things. One, you see the clone trooper from the Clone Wars, and you see that he's trying to kind of figure out what's going on in this scene. He's trying to figure out I'm assuming figure out why this clone trooper is down there, since clone troopers have been pretty much killed off by either their age or even the Empire, and just regular stormtroopers are around. And then you have his little droid, his little friend, just like R2-D2 or BB. You have a droid companion. I mean, hell, even going back to the old Star Wars games, KOTOR, and even The Force Unleashed, you always have that companion, and one of them is a droid. Now, the one thing that I really did think that was really cool, and somebody else pointed this out, is what if you have the same relationship? If you are somebody that played Titanfall 2, what if you have the same relation, or are you building the same relationship that you had with BT and Cooper in Titanfall 2 with Cal and his droid? Again, I really do think that's a really cool concept. I think that at least when it came to the Titanfall 2 franchise, I think Respawn did a really good job of building that relationship, building that camaraderie with not only yourself, the character, but your robot companion, or even just whatever companion, human companion, by that means. So again, I really want to see what the relationship is in this game that you build with other characters throughout.
The past.
Now, this is interesting. You do see, so again, it's not shown in the trailer. Maybe it's shown later on in the game. Maybe Cal doesn't know how the clone troopers actually turned on him. Maybe he has no idea that Order 66 was actually given, and he has no idea how it was given or why it was given, and maybe he discovers why and who gave the order. And I really do think it's really cool to bring in Palpatine, bring in the Emperor, and he sees a glimpse of what the clone troopers were given during Revenge of the Sith, and I just love it. I'm sorry, I'm a huge fan of Palpatine, a huge fan of the character, and I love doing the voice. Anytime I was playing like Battlefront 2, I love doing Palpatine's voice of execute order 66. I don't know, just to me, I love it. I'm a huge fan of the character. I love the voice, and to me, when I saw that, I was really hyped for him just because, again, I really enjoy Palpatine. I think he's a really good villain.
Order 66.
So again, you're seeing Cal with his droid, and again, this is a really cool scene too. So what from at least the panel was talking about. So what happens is Cal is identified as a Jedi. The Stormtroopers find out, the Empire finds out that he is a Jedi. One of the things that they send before they send the Inquisitors are these special Stormtroopers. I don't know exactly, I can't remember exactly what their names are, but these are special Stormtroopers where they will actually confront and hunt down Jedi as well. They're kind of the first responders before the Inquisitors are brought in to really put into the Jedi and try to kill them. So again, it's really interesting to see the dynamic of what the Empire does and what their steps are in taking after going towards the Jedi's extinction. So again, it's really cool to see this new concept of a Stormtrooper. It's really cool to see the electric staffs, kind of like General Grievous's elite guard had in Revenge of the Sith. It's kind of cool to see that coming back into this game. Kind of the period of what's going on from Revenge of the Sith to the New Hope. You see some of the things kind of going back and forth and combining between things. Stormtroopers now having that staff.
Trust no one.
So here's a new ally. We don't know who she is. We want to know. At least I want to know. Maybe she's a Jedi, or maybe she's just a friend. Well, I don't know. I don't know who she is. And then you see the Inquisitor taking control of the ship.
Only in the Force.
All right, now I will freeze it. Hold on, I gotta go back to this. All right. So the one biggest thing for me is the one thing I was really wanting to know towards the end of this trailer is he picks up this lightsaber. And the one thing is, we don't know what the story is behind it. At least when they were doing the panel, I know Vince was kind of hush-hush a little bit about what the storyline is of this lightsaber. And if you actually look at it, you do see that it is destroyed at the very bottom part of the lightsaber. So the one thing that I'm wanting to know is it his? Or maybe is it his master's lightsaber? He just has it as something that is a memento, as something that he can remember his master by, is that he saved that lightsaber. I really want to think that it was a double-bladed lightsaber. Maybe this is Cal's lightsaber. It was a double-bladed lightsaber, and now it's just a single lightsaber. So to me, it's really interesting to see the character, the dynamic that he has with him. Not only not knowing what his backstory is, not knowing what's happened to him, but also to his lightsaber has character. It has a story behind it on what has happened to it as well. So again, it's really interesting to see what is going to be happening in the story as it goes on. Star Wars Jedi: The Fallen Order. Again, really super excited. I think Respawn does a great job of making games become a Jedi on November 15th. So, yeah, I mean, great job. To Respawn, you guys are amazing. I think you guys did a fantastic job with the cinematic trailer. I'm really impressed with it. November 15th is when we get to play it and try it out. And I'm, again, a huge fan of Star Wars. Been loving it since I was a little kid. When it comes to the video games, with Jedi Academy, KOTOR, as well as Force Unleashed, I guess that's where I kind of rank, or I guess measure Star Wars games. I know Battlefront 2 is kind of, or Battlefront, the newest series, it kind of let us down. The Battlefront back then was really good. But Star Wars games so far in the past, besides I guess the Old Republic, I really enjoyed, have been kind of a letdown. So when it comes to either KOTOR, Force Unleashed, or the Jedi Academy, I really see that as the bar or the things that I compare Star Wars games to. So I really do hope when it comes to the Fallen Order, I can compare it to those games and think, man, this was a really great game. Again, with all the different things, at least in the trailer that we saw, of different stories and different things to look at, I'm really excited for the game. I actually do want to know. I'm wondering, is this going to play out like a God of War game? Is it going to play out like an open world game? We don't know. However, here in the next couple of months, around November, we're going to get to find out. And hopefully we get to see some more gameplay at E3. So again, Respawn, great job. Love you guys. You guys have been really good when it comes to developing great games for players to have fun in and get them immersed in the environment. So again, really great job on the cinematic. Look forward to this game. It makes me, again, really excited to be a Star Wars fan. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please drop me a like. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about the trailer, and what did you guys see that I maybe missed in my trailer breakdown? Have a great rest of the day, guys, and I'll see you guys all next time.